bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The World Customs Organization has proclaimed January 26th as International Customs Day, a day to recognize the achievements of custom officers and non-uniformed staff and administration. This year, the day will be celebrated under the theme, Data Analysis for Effective Border Management. Superintendent Larry Bodie says the department has embraced this theme through a new initiative.
Consistent with this theme, Bahamas Customs has implemented the Electronic Data Interface, EDI, for several years, whereby we are engaged in the automated customs clearance of goods. However, to ensure greater level of efficiency, effectiveness, and adoption of best practices, our department is engaged and is projected to implement a new electronic system called Electronic Single Window within the next 12 to 18 months, which will enable customs to leverage data to make informed decisions, especially given the sophisticated and evolving challenges that our department faces every day.
A number of activities are planned for the week, which include community activities, seminars, and sporting events. A special event and church service is slated to honor long-serving officers.
This occasion will comprise officers and non-uniformed staff from Grand Bahama, Abaco, and Bimini who have completed 40, 30, and 20 years of service, and 4 recipients of the World Customs Organization Certification of Merit Awards. The award ceremony is limited to honorees and invited guests, which will be held on Thursday, the 26th of January of this year at 7 p.m. at Bahamas Union of Teachers Complex, Pinus Loop, Freeport, Grand Bahama.
Switching gears now, the Grand Bahama community preparing to bid farewell to a prominent minister of the gospel and superintendent of the Bahamas Evangelical Church Association, Pastor Wilbur Outen. A homegoing service is planned for this Saturday at Freeport Bible Church. Tonight, church members reflect on Outen's contributions, a man who they call a visionary leader. Megan Shepard reports.
In God's family, he establishes some boundaries.
The Christian community is mourning the loss of Pastor Wilbur Outen, one whom many say not only preached the gospel, but lived and displayed it throughout Grand Bahama. Pastor Outen recently celebrated his 30th pastoral anniversary at Freeport Bible Church. Those that worked along with him remember him as a visionary, one who made a great impact on his parishioners, as well as residents from all walks of life.
During the course of his leadership, the course of his ministry here at the church has grown to well over 400 persons, adult persons, who call this place home. And he has really led this ministry with integrity.
His contribution to not only my life, but my generation, his generation, and the generations to come, is, can't be measured. And so, he is definitely going to be missed. He leaves a void here. And I just was thinking about it. He was who God wanted him to be. So he was able to do what God wanted him to do, and that was enough.
Pastor Outen was instrumental in many outreach programs on island. Elder in the church Marvin Roll says that Outen was on the cutting edge of events and would always ensure that his members were presented with opportunities.
He was able to find out what was current, what was going on. He was able to expose himself to trends that would help us in our spiritual life. And so he was always trying to expose us to the latest. I don't think he had itching ears necessarily, but he was always on the cutting edge. And so he was able to expose members of this church to the Moody Pastors Conference in Chicago, to Rick Warren's ministry, took some out to California, to Tony Evans and the alternative ministry, and we got the Project U-Turn ministry started into the schools, because once he was exposed to it, he ensured that the members of the church was exposed to it.
Good friend and colleague Pastor Cedric Beckel says they spend time together traveling, supporting each other, and brainstorming ideas. Beckel says Outen was a loyal and genuine friend.
He was passionate about his family, passionate about the church. He was truly a churchman, and he was passionate about the condition of the country. Pastor Ouden was a man of full integrity, a man of high character. On the outside, he doesn't look to be very sociable, but he is very down to earth.
Pastor Wilbur Outen died on Sunday, January 15th at the age of 62. A memorial service will be held Thursday, January 19th at Freeport Bible Church. A funeral service is scheduled for Saturday, January 21st, also at the church. Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
And now it is time to ask the doctor.
This is Ask the Doctor. Welcome. Mary asked, I was recently diagnosed with diabetes. How do I know what type I have? Thanks for your question, Mary. Type 2 diabetes results from the body being unable to use insulin effectively. 90% of persons with diabetes around the world have this type, and it is largely the result of excess body weight and not exercising regularly. Symptoms can range from having none to severe, depending on the type of diabetes you have, and may include frequent urination, increased thirst, hunger, feeling tired, blurred vision, poor wound healing, and frequent infections. For many, these signs and symptoms are very mild, leading to the reason why many people with diabetes remain undiagnosed. High blood sugar levels can cause damage to blood vessels in the body, including those leading to the brain, eyes, heart, kidneys, nerves, and sexual organs and feet. Unfortunately, many of these complications progress without signs and symptoms, so early screening and prevention are essential. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
Join the community of Seagrape as they honor Mr. Timothy Forbes for outstanding work in the Western District this Friday night at 7:30 at St. David's Methodist Church in Seagrape. Stay with us, there's more news right after this.